Hi guys, happy Thursday. It's later in the day. We are getting ready to draw. How's everybody doing today? Today we are doing a drawing and we are reading. So if you haven't before, there is a group that we will tag after the drawing, and at 4:30 we're going to read the book based on what the drawing is today. So today we are drawing from this book right here. I know you're seeing it backwards, but Birthday Monsters. And we're actually drawing pretty much what you see in the circle. So we're drawing these birthday monsters, and we're doing it because today I have my very own birthday monster in attendance with me. There he is, Mr. Layton. That is my kid, the birthday monster. So he's going to join today, and he's going to draw. And at the end, we will both share our drawings that we make today. So today he's turning 10, double digits, big fancy birthday. So let's get started and show you the drawing that we're going to be doing today. You can also see the comments right there. See? So let me flip you guys around. Ready? Click on a light. So there we go. The birthday monsters are in town. So this is our drawing for today. The Birthday Monsters, which is a really funny book. So I can't wait to read it with you guys afterwards. And I'll tag the group that we're reading at. So if you're not already a part of Read With Us, I will be tagging that group after the drawing is finished. And we will go there at 4:30 and read. So that should give us plenty of time to draw and then plenty of time to get over there. I know last time we were pretty rushed, but this time it should be a little bit quicker. And one reason Sandra Boynton, she writes these really adorable books. A lot of these were really popular when my son was very little. Snuggle Puppy was another one of our all-time favorites. Her illustrations are very cute and they are very simple. And the thing I like about her is she kind of shows you that you don't have to color everything in. So if you look at her drawings, none of her characters are colored in completely. So it kind of makes it fun because you don't always have to. We've talked about this before where I've said sometimes some drawings would be really cute to do and just add a little bit of color. That's kind of what she plays upon, is just these very simple colors and never going overboard with the coloring. Now, if you draw your birthday monsters and you want to add more colors, you definitely can. We're going to focus on just these three monsters right here. Okay. So let's put our paper aside. You can write anything you want on top of yours. This is actually a line from the book. So hopefully some of you will join us afterwards and read the book with us.
When are we reading?
That book?
No, where?
Oh, at 4:30. So to get started on our birthday monsters, I'm going to draw. You going to draw? Okay. I'm going to draw an oval right here on the center of the page. Kind of an egg shape. And make it a little bit wider at the bottom, skinnier at the top. So that will be my very first birthday monster. Starting with a shape and then build off of it. And like I said, I will tag, I'll add a tag for the or for the book group afterwards. So if you want to come join there, you can. Now I'm going to put his hat on first. So I'm going to do a little line across the top of his head and then do a triangle off of that line. So there's his party hat. And I can erase just this little bit of line that went inside my party hat. And to each side of the party hat, I'm going to do another triangular shape, and those are going to be my birthday monster's horns or ears. Kind of depends on how you look at him. I kind of see him as horns on top of his head. So I'll draw one on each side of the hat. And then I will erase the headline that's inside of those horns. I will keep the line for the hat because the hat should be a separate piece from the actual monster. Now let's add his arms. His arms we're going to put up closer to the top portion of his body, the top half. And I'm just going to do 2 lines coming out of his body. So some of the lines are in and some of the lines are out. And then once I have those 2 lines, I can erase the body line that goes in between. And then I'm going to do 4 hot dog shapes for fingers. And you don't have to be very exact about these. I'm going to put 1 kind of up here at the top, and then I'm going to do 3 here off to the side. And this last one will circle back into the hand. And I'm kind of making them big, kind of oversized, close up to the top of his head, which is how it looks in the book. And that just really kind of gives him some character, makes him look funny. And once you do that shape, you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to put a line on the other side up towards the top, put another line about the same thickness of this. Remember how you can use that guide? I can start the pencil here and come over, and then I know about where I need to put my arm lines. And then you can erase the body line in between. Oh, today is your son's birthday too. I don't have any other May 14th on my list, so you'll have to let me know what your son's name is. And then same over here, let's do those fingers. I'm going to do a bigger one up on top, and then 3 off of that, coming back into the arm. His super excited hands. Now, for his face, we'll do his feet down at the bottom last. He has little small eyes, little small circles up here towards the top of his head. 2 little circles. And each circle is going to have a dot in the center of it. So really small eyes for the size of his face. But what he does have is he has a big, giant nose. So I'm going to do almost like the bottom of a teardrop. It's like a hot dog shape, but you know how it gets wider towards the bottom. So that nose line is going to come out and way down and around and back up. They all have this big, droopy, hangy nose. Now this birthday monster has a good big mouth that he has open and a big smile. So I'm going to start a little bit down from the top of the nose. I'm going to do a curved line out and the same curved line on the other side with 2 little cheek marks. And then his mouth is big and open. So I'm going to do a big curve to connect those two. That comes all the way around. I changed the size, so I have a little bit of an extra line there. And now for his teeth, we can do about halfway down, do a curved line going to the nose, pick up your pencil, bring it to the other side, and then finish it. And then we're just going to see some of the teeth lines. So we'll put a line right here. We'll put a line right here. On the bottom, I'm going to have one coming at an angle. I'll have one down here, one in the middle, angle, and angle for that big toothy grin. I'm going to give him 2 eyebrows, just 2 little lines up above his eyes. And I'm going to do a bow tie. So a circle kind of in the middle of his body, and then a triangle shape off of each side. And now we're left with his feet. So towards the outside of the body here, I'm going to bring a line that comes down. I'm going to draw a big toe that curls around. I'm going to build another toe off of that. Another toe off of that. And curve back up into his body. One foot is kind of going off to the side, and one foot is more straight up and down. So this one, I'm going to build off of this foot. His legs are together, and I'm going to do a toe, and a toe, and come back up to the body. And now I'm going to erase the line that cuts across the feet. Yep, Mom, Layton's drawing next to me, so we'll show his monster at the end. We'll put him side by side. Oh, here's a better eraser, bud. I'm going to do a little tiny bit of line right here for like kind of just that spot between his legs. And now these monsters are hairy, and we've done this before. When we drew Sasquatch, or when we drew, oh gosh, who was it? Chewbacca. We've done it for a couple where we've added this fur, these little points for the fur. I'm going to do that when I do it in pen. So I'm going to just leave my monster like this for now. And when I go in and outline my monster in pen, I'm going to add those little triangles to give him a furry shape. So for now, I'm just going to keep him smooth. Now I'm going to draw 2 more monsters. The other monster over here, we're starting with about the same size of the body as we have here, or about the same shape, not same size, much smaller. So I'm going to draw that kind of egg shape. Oval off to the side. Well, let's put a little puffball on this hat. I forgot to do a little puffball. And then we'll do a triangle hat up at the top and a line that goes straight across so it's not that curved headline. Two horns, one on each side. And then I can erase that body line inside of the horns. Just as we did before, I'm going to have an arm line that comes up and another one up, and then erase this body line. And then some of those hot dog shape fingers. Just like that. They almost look like feet. They almost look like monster feet. And then same thing on the other side. Now this one, it's going to end up covering some of this monster, and that's okay. They're going to be a little bit layered on top of each other. So the 2 lines, erase our body line, and then our 4 total fingers. And then you can erase the little monster's body line that's in the fingers, or you can do that later when you're on your pen step. Same sort of eyes, 2 little circles up here towards the top for the eyes, dots in the center. And let's give another little pom-pom up here on the top. And you can decorate your party hats too. You could put lines across your party hat, make a striped party hat. You could do circles inside of your party hat, polka dot party hat. And then that big nose, so it kind of starts just a little bit below the eyes, comes around, big giant nose. And this guy's mouth is going to be closed, and I'm going to start it lower down on the nose. So I'm just going to put a curved line off to one side and then even on the other side. Remember, we pretend like we're going through, then we drop our pencil, a curved line on the other side. And for him, his bow tie, I'm going to put it right on the end of his nose, almost like his nose is hanging over it. So see how I kind of built that little circled square right off the tip of his nose? And then I'll build the triangles off of that. So some of his nose is hanging over his bow tie. Now for this guy's foot, I'm going to do 3 shapes. I'm going to start with a hot dog shape that comes right off of the bottom. Do another little smaller one. And another. And then back into his body. And then just like I did before, I'm going to make this a little bit smaller though. I want it to go about midway on his body, and I made it really oversized. So I'm going to erase this right there, make that a little bit shorter foot. And then I'm going to do 3 this way, like I did on the other side, and then I can erase the body lines inside and put just a little line for to show the difference between one leg and the other. And that's monster number 2. Monster number 3, I made him a similar shape, but I made him wide at the bottom, so almost more like a curved triangle. So I'm going to give him that curved off top of his head. Those of you that are older will remember Grimace. Grimace was a McDonald's character. I'm kind of doing more of a Grimace shaped body. And then we put our hat on the head, line straight across, triangles. Two little points for the horns, the ears, and erase the body lines inside the ears. This one's going to have a slightly different hand than the other one did. How do I do it really good? You know, it's just lots of practice. Years and years of drawing. And remember, I drew this drawing last night also, so I'm repeating it today. So I've already practiced this exact drawing once. This is my second time. So things are always a little bit easier our second time. This guy's arms, I'm starting lower, more where arms kind of would be on his body. These guys have them way up by their head. This one I'm coming down lower. So I'm going to put one line right here and one line right here for his first arm and erase this little line. Same thing, kind of a finger coming up, and then 3 off to the side. Now this hand is different because it's holding something. So I'm going to do a curved line coming up and then coming back in. So it's almost like a backwards letter C right now. And then I'm going to take from this line, I'm going to do 2 little fingers. So this looks like he's holding something. Some of his fingers are wrapped around and 2 of them are showing. And then coming right out of this corner here, I'm going to draw a wavy line that comes up my page. This is going to be our balloon. And then a wavy line coming down. Start doing this. Maybe make him hairy. I'm going to add polka dots onto my hat and a little puff ball. For my balloon, I'm going to draw a circle right here on the end of this line. And then I'm going to draw a little triangle down at the bottom that line will be able to see the line through the triangle. And then to make it look like the string is tied to the balloon, I'm going to make two little teardrop shapes for the bow and a little tiny line that curves off. And now it looks like string that's tied on the balloon. We need to do his legs. So I'm going to do a line coming down, that big toe, another toe, another toe, and then it comes back into the body. And then over here, those three toes kind of angled down. And then I can erase this body line. And just have this little line here. Two little eyes up at the top with dots in the center. And just like the others, that big round nose. And his mouth will be a lot like this guy's mouth. So it's just going to be that curved line on each side with a little cheek line for the mouth. And now this guy, we're doing a full tied bow. So we're going to do this same kind of necktie bow here. A little circled square at the bottom. A triangle off to each side. And then this is going to have a ribbon line that comes to each side. So his is actually more of a bow tie. It's like tied on his neck. I'll show you the original drawing so you can see what that looks like when it's colored. See how he has like the actual bow tie. And then we're going to do this part down below. So you're going to do a curved line coming out, a little triangle at the end or a little V, and then bring it back in. Same on the other side, curved line coming out, a letter V, and then it curves back in. And those are our birthday monsters. Now, once we move to the pen stage, what we're going to do around the body is, like I showed you on this original, we're going to add hair, okay? So I'm going to come into the body line and I'm going to do little pointy shapes going out. So see, I just put like 2 right there. I'm going to do 1, some on the bottom of his hand. For now, I'm just going to put these fingers in. But when I come into his hand here, the bottom part of his arm, I'm going to put a couple little V's coming down to show hair. And then on this line down here, the rest of his body, just putting those little pointy shapes. Here and there. Maybe I'll do one little one here at his foot. I'm going to do a little bit here between his legs. I had a quick little reconnection error just now. So if I go blank on your screen, I will be back. It was very fast. Little triangle down. I like starting from the top, so I'm going to do up here first. There's my original picture again. So see, right now I'm just adding all of that little hair work onto him. But some of the lines are smooth. So there's no right or wrong way to do the hair. In fact, your monsters could be hairless. Maybe they don't have any hairlines. You can just put them wherever you feel like they should go. And some of them might be long, some of them might be short. It's completely up to you. So has anyone who's here, have you read this book before? Or have you read any of her other books? Some of you might not remember. I know my son, we read this book a lot when he was little because it's a board book. And a lot of times you're reading those when you're real small. He didn't quite remember it when I showed him what we were doing today. But some of you might remember, some of you might still have some. They're pretty cute. They have good humor. And I just love her drawings because her drawings to me look like they look more like sketching. They're not perfect. The lines aren't perfect. You can sometimes see little mistakes she made when she was drawing, which she may not have even been making mistakes. That might just be what she wanted her style to look like. It's just a really cute, it's cute. And I like that it shows you that, you don't have to be this perfectionist, or your drawings don't always have to look super neat and clean. Sometimes that rough, partially colored in look is popular.
Yeah. Can you put that right here?
Mm-hmm. You liked her going to bed book. Yeah, that's a good one. We had that one too. I think we had a lot of them actually. It's funny because I'm doing this, doing the drawings and then reading. And we don't have all that many books that are like age appropriate. And so I've had to go on Amazon and buy some extra books. But it's kind of fun to go back and find books that I forgot about that we liked so much. I have another book already picked out for the next time we do a draw and read. That's what we should call this. Because we draw first and then we read. I have another really favorite a lot of times for me, kids' books, it's both about what the book is about, but then it's a lot to do with like the illustration in it, the humor. I really like when they're funny. And some of them are sweet and they have really good messages inside of them. put this hand in first. That way I don't accidentally put a line through it. And Layton is plugging along. He's already at the coloring stage. He's also waiting to go on a bike ride, so I think he knows at any minute he might get told it's time to ride a bike, and then he's going to have to leave. So he's drawing fast. But you guys do that too sometimes. Sometimes you say, done. And I'm still over here
trying. A lot of my classmates did. They were just done like before you even started.
Yep. We drew with Layton's class last week. Was it last week, buddy?
Yeah.
So we drew with Layton's class, and he's in 4th grade. And then we drew with their kindergarten buddies. They all have kindergarten buddies who they haven't been able to see since we've been home. So we did a buddy drawing with his 4th grade class, and then their kindergarten buddies. And yep, even when we drew in there, so many of them said done.
Even the kids.
And it was all of us adults were still working on our drawings. I think his teacher was one of the last to finish. But the kids are quick.
I'm quick. Almost done.
All right, so now I've got my monsters all on. Nothing is really colored in black here. The eyes are just those black spots. So I'm going to go through and erase.
Mom, I wish we could have like drum lessons with Anthony like we did today, like every Thursday, because he's like not doing anything right now.
Okay.
Probably.
We'll figure that out. Oh, you're done in coloring already. Some of your pens don't work. I hate when that happens. That's why I started coloring in pencils. Now I just have to deal with the fact that sometimes my pencils are not sharp, and I have to sharpen them. You're on your second monster.
The mouse.
Why? No.
Scroll down and make it on.
You can see them. You can touch the screen. Okay, let's get some colors. So I'm going to do my hat up here. I'm going to do it purple, polka dots. His nose, I'm also going to do purple, but this is the fun part of this drawing is I'm not coloring anything in all the way. So the coloring part on this is going to go fast. There's certain things that'll get colored solidly, but the nose and the body, they're only partially colored. So I'm just kind of going along the edges and adding color towards the bottom.
Done.
And then I'm going to get the blue. I'm going to color his hat in solid.
Can you show mine?
Yeah, in just a second. And I'm going to color the bow tie in solid in blue. Layton's already done. Here's Layton's. He finished his monsters quick. Oh, it's okay, Ruth. And then let's just go around the edges of your monster. Going down into the points. I'm going to come down into the feet, but I'm just coming into the feet again a little bit, not coloring it solidly. And I'm even leaving some of that white space, which you'll see if I can find the book again. She does. So see, you can see all this like white space inside. Up here on top, just a little, and then same thing down the other side. A little bit into the arms, into these little triangles, the little hair. Down into the feet a little.
She mean by sorry for the delay? Is she like controlling?
No, because she shares it too on her group. She runs the reading group. And that, oh, he needs his hat colored. So let's put some green up in the hat. Now this guy is going to have green nose. And I'm going to do a different color green in the stripes on his hat. And purple. The computer. And yellow. Oh, sorry about that. I hit my phone. My son is turning 10 today. Today is his 10th birthday. And I'm sure some of you will color your monsters in more. I'm just kind of sticking with the original artist's style. But you can also color your monsters in all the way if you like. It's up to you. Do it however you like. Make it your own. And then make sure you share with us. And then don't forget, at 4:30, you can meet us in the drawing group, which I will tag as soon as we're done with all the drawings. I'll make an announcement on the page, and you can meet us and read the birthday monsters with us. Let's color this in pink. And thank you. He appreciates the birthday wishes. He's had a pretty good day so far. Color in the hat. Color in this. And this monster's purple, so I'm going to go ahead and add my purple in. I'm going to stop where this ribbon is. down in the feet a little bit. Just really quickly coloring along those edges. I think it's kind of fun. It's fun to leave that blank white space. Fun to make it look a little bit different than drawings we've done in the past. Put some blue in his nose. Just down here towards the bottom. And then lastly, some green in the bow tie. This I'll color in solid. And this one I'm actually coloring in those side pieces too, because this one had that full, looks like a full ribbon was tied all the way around the body, where the other ones, the bow tie is just kind of floating on the body. But this guy was a little bit different. And then very last, I have my balloon, and I'm going to leave a little circle of light in my balloon. So I'm just putting a little circle in there, and then coloring in the rest of the shape. So all the rest of the circle, and then also the little triangle. And those are my birthday monsters. I'm just going to write my name down here at the bottom, my age and where I'm from, and I'm writing happy birthday, Layton. And that is my birthday monster drawing. Yay! So here we are. This is mine. And this is Layton's. He finished his as well. Some happy fun birthday monsters. We'll post both of our pictures up on the page today. And then I will do a post in just a second and share with you the group where you can come at 4:30 and we will be reading the birthday monsters together. So I will see you over there. Thanks again for drawing with me. I don't have any other birthday announcements today. So I will see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. to draw Dumbo. Thank you.